Have you ever wondered how emergencies were handled back before ambulances or private EMS was established? I have. So my name is Brock Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about the history of EMS, past, present, and its future. Here with me I have my audience, my partner Jacob, and to ride along, Kylie. So we're going to talk today about like the history, the current operations, and then the innovations that are going to shape the future of EMS. I know that my firsthand experience working in EMS has definitely made me appreciate the beautiful technology that we have now, like cardiac monitoring, advanced life support, and honestly just the ambulances are very nice compared to the wagons that they used to use. So in ancient times, they used to use literal wooden wagons to get casualties off of the battlefield. They did that in the Civil War as well. It wasn't really until the 20th century that ambulances actually started to get a foothold and become a thing. The National Association of EMTs actually stated in the 20th century, that in 1966, ambulances actually started to become more prevalent. And in 1865, Cincinnati was actually the first civilian department to use a non-militarized ambulance. In 1966, the Accidental Death and Disability of Modern Society, which was written by the Institute of Medicine, they came out and said that it was extremely unorganized and it needed to be reformed. And so they came out with the first private EMS company, which was the Freedom House ambulance service, and that actually started in Pittsburgh, and that came to be in 1967. They started training the first paramedics, pre-hospital paramedics, and they were able to respond to people's homes and address mostly cardiac arrests, which are like death. So if somebody dies, they're able to get there, utilize a cardiac monitor, and what we call ACLS, which is Advanced Care of Life Support. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics initiated like multiple levels of pre-hospital care. We have EMRs, Emergency Medical Responder, EMT, Emergency Medical Technician, Advanced EMT, and then paramedic, which is the highest level of pre-hospital care currently, with the exception of like critical care, transport paramedics, and nurses. The National Highway Traffic Safety states that it needs to be like federally regulated, so they came out with different levels of providers and then also requirements that the ambulance actually has to have in order to legally operate on the road. Let's see. So they also helped establish like medical oversight. So we have doctors now that are in charge of our protocols and policies, which regulate how we treat patients, what we treat them for, medical dosages and medicine dosages, and things of the sort. With that comes the issues of EMS, where we have staffing shortages, and this is largely, in my opinion, going to be based off of pay and lack of benefits to the job. So obviously, like everybody wants to help, most people wants to go out and help other people, but that kind of causes a really big burnout. So if you don't get paid adequately, you don't have time off, you don't have time with your family, you get really burnt out. It's very easy to become numb to the calls and just stop caring. And also there's a lot of burnout. There's a very high turnover rate with these jobs, and honestly the only way to get over that is going to be to increase the educational requirements, which would in turn have to increase, our wages, our benefits, and overall our quality of life. A lot of people think that EMS stands for earn money sleeping, but where I work, that's definitely not the case. It's not uncommon to work 24 hours straight with very little rest and no sleep at all, which is trash, as you can imagine. So the healthcare system is going to continue to evolve as our communities continue to grow. And so with that, EMS is going to be forced to either keep up or fall behind. And so in order to keep up, we're having advances in technology where we have cardiac monitors that can now transmit what we call a 12-lead ECG, which is a full picture of your heart from every angle. and we can transmit that finding to the hospital. So if you're having a heart attack, for instance, we're able to send that to the hospital so they can analyze that before you even get through the door. So if you do need like a cath lab or something of the sort, they already know what they need to do for you. There's also talk of having drones fly medication and AEDs to the scene, and so you're able to get medical assistance very quickly if EMS is sometimes hours away, which is a possibility. We also have AI that's been implemented in some of our automatic dispatch systems where they're going to now streamline your call to where they can tell what's going on with, like, if it's a cardiac, an airway issue, you know, a death, a pediatric issue, stuff like that. So it gives us as providers more information as we come onto the scene, which is going to help us treat you better. So next time you hear sirens, just remember that it's not just a vehicle, a fire truck, an ambulance. It's over a century of innovation that's going to help ensure your safety and the care for you. And with that comes the providers who have a passion for the job, commitment, and who truly care about saving lives. Thank you. And here's my audience one more time.